want to defend one of my constituents who is under attacks from the former Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua. That my constituent is the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Kanja. He is being attacked right, left, and center by the former Deputy President. Mr. Kanja is a professional inspector who has worked his way up. He has worked for many, many years in the police service, but lately he has received many, many attacks from the former Deputy President. I would want to request the former Deputy President to leave Mr. Kanja alone to continue with his work of providing security to this nation. Mr. Kanja is a neighbor to the former Deputy President at his home in Rogorowad, in a village called Jadeine. And so the former Deputy President has been fighting everyone, those who come from his home, those who come from far. So I'm requesting him, please leave that man alone, let him continue with his work. It cannot be that you are the man who is going to terrorize all the people from your village who works in government. Leave him alone, let him continue with his work. He is a sober, committed man who is carrying his duties with a lot of professionalism. So I decided, because I am the MP for Mathira, and Mr. Kanja is my constituent, I would really, really request the former Deputy President to leave Mr. Kanja alone and sort out his issues without attacking the Inspector General of Police. Secondly, there is a lot of debate about abductions, and I sympathize with the parents because I am also a parent. It is painful when a parent cannot track their children for more than 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and we sympathize. I sympathize with the parents who have been missing their young boys and girls. But we are not going to allow anyone to use that narrative of abductions for politics. And I have today, this morning, written to the DCI to investigate one facility by the name Olive Gardens Hotel in Nairobi, because I believe there are meetings which have been held there to plan some of these fake abductions to incite people. And I may not speak much about that issue because it's now under investigation. That facility is under investigation. But I have conviction that there are activities that are ongoing in that facility. So I have written to the DCI, they have reached out to me, and they have dispatched a team to go in and investigate what kind of meetings that are being held there. Because I know the person who owns that facility is a drama king. And I am convinced enough that some of these abductions were fake. It's a group of people led by a former MP from Nyeri Town. They arranged some of these things just for drama, just for seeking sympathy and inciting people against the government. Surprisingly, those boys have been released today after a narrative of ICC was brought yesterday in Nyeri. So it's true, I've written to the DCI to investigate that one facility, Olive Gardens, to find out which kind of meetings that have been ongoing in that facility. And I am convinced enough that some of these things were planned so that people can be incited. I'm not an investigative officer. I have just given the DCI a lead that I think there is something happening at that facility. If the Deputy President gave his side of the story, and he said there is a man called Abel, and he gave he said there is a building that is hosting those young boys in 21st floor. I have given my version. So he gave his version. He said the government to take care of that. I have also written to DCI, just as he said, that I believe in that building, there are in that hotel, there are activities that have been going on with regard to these abductions. And I am convinced enough. I've only given the DCI the lead to go and investigate, because me, I don't do investigations. The DCI will investigate and they will give a report of what they have found. I believe there are young people who have been held there just to fake these abductions and incite the public about the abduction. It's very long to cause pain to parents so that you can gain political mileage. It's very bad, it's shameless, it's heartless, it's not human, and I want, if they are held culpable, strict measures to be taken against them. He fights everyone. There are people who were working in the previous administration under Uhuru Kenyatta. They were all fired. People from our Kikuyu land. And they were fired by the former deputy president. I have a list of those people who he fired. Some of them I tried to plead with him. The likes of Ike Karanja, who was a commissioner in KRA. He fired that man just because he was working under Uhuru. So many people who are Kikuyu like him, who comes from Mount Kenya region, were fired, were sent home by the former deputy president. So he has lately been attacking the IG that hachukui simu yake. Anyway, you know, you cannot attack someone just because he is not picking your calls. What if he doesn't want to engage in the things you want them to engage in? So he has lately been attacking the police IG, and because the police IG is my constituent, I want I want the former deputy president to stop. I don't know for what reason he has been attacking him. Says that he has not been providing security to him. If he wanted to be provided security, he would have remained humble and he would still be the deputy president with 100 policemen guarding him. But because he started doing other things that I found were not suitable at that time, so he need now to stop attacking people for his own problems. So that's why I have told him to stop attacking the IG.